Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
Hello. Good evening or good afternoon or good morning. We are very happy to welcome you again to our Sahaja Yoga meditation program. We've been presenting for several weeks, and today is a special day because it is the birthday of this founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She was born in 1923 on the 21st of March, and today is her birthday. And we are very privileged to introduce to you her great work, which is so important for everyone in this world. So I'm going to introduce you to Rakesh, who is going to make a presentation. And if you can, yeah, Rakesh, if you would like to introduce about Shri Mataji and the program, and then we'll have a meditation.
Sure. Jean-Michel, it is a privilege to actually be able to present on this day today. Shri Mataji started Sahaja Yoga in 1970. So, she was born on 21st March 1923, and she worked continuously worked for finding out a method by which she could actually give realization en masse to the people. So, she had already the understanding and the knowledge, but she was perfecting the method all those years. And in 1970, Sahaja Yoga was started. And after that, also Shri Mataji worked tirelessly to spread the message and to give realization to numerous people all over the world. I don't know if there was a guru who invested her own money to actually, spread the message that they wanted to share to the whole world. So, when we see the videos, there are some snippets which actually point towards that. So today's program is divided into more of like, we will have a rendition or the flute recital by Dan, who has
graciously accepted to play today.
Yes. So who has agreed to that. So we are very proud of that. So after that, we will have a short meditation.
No, we had meditation before.
Okay, before
meditation
that, yes.
before, and then we enjoy the flute.
Yeah. So, and then we have the video. We will play a video which is 27 minutes long duration, and then in the end we will again have a short meditation just to see, whether we are still with the Param Chaitanya, or we are still experiencing that thoughtless awareness state, and we carry it forward for the next session then. Yeah,
that's right. Perfect. So the Yes, the Shri Mataji's advent in her life is so important. She not only gave realization to thousands of people, but she also took care of us individually. And that's why we are here able to speak about Sahaja Yoga today, because it's a journey where we are seekers of truth. It means that what we see in the world doesn't fulfill our aspiration, doesn't fulfill our heart. So we had questions, we had some seeking to fulfill, and the meditation and the knowledge of Shri Mataji has created that bridge between us and the divine. And so we are always very excited to share this experience with anyone. And so today with Rakesh, we're trying to do something that will be suitable for anyone to enjoy and take advantage of. So what we thought is maybe starting with a meditation to set the mood into silence. It's very important. And then the flute is magical. So, but with the silent and the flute, then we'll have the Shri Mataji's video, which is beautiful. And then we'll have another meditation after that, maybe to go deeper, higher.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, regarding flute, like you mentioned, so, flute is one of those instruments which, doesn't have any of the, usual traits which we associate with the instruments. Some have strings, some have some fancy something, and flute is kind of, it symbolizes, what we need to become. Flute is empty, but yet when the sound, or when the air goes through it, it creates such magical notes and beautiful music. Similarly, there's an analogy that, if we become devoid of all our, conditionings, all our weaknesses, all our, fallacies that pull us down, then the melody of the, we call a divine, we can call God, or that can flow through us. So, that's also one of the instruments which we look up to, to become so pure, or so empty, that the when the divine wants to play the music, then we are those instruments there. So yeah.
Definitely, the flute is one of the best instruments for meditation. For
Yes,
me.
indeed. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask Jean-Michel. So you have been asking people when they come as a presenters, right? So this I would like to answer also, and like to ask as well. So over the years we have been practicing Sahaja Yoga after getting our self-realization. So why do we keep doing it? What's that which is you know getting which is keeping us afloat, or
Motivating
yes,
us. Yeah.
motivates us. Yep. So what's your
For me,
secret there? Yes.
oh, look, to be honest with you, just the idea of presenting the program with you today, I've been joyful the whole day. It's just like some people are exciting because they're getting a new job. I do, but when I'm presenting Sahaja Yoga, or when I'm going to help someone to achieve their self-realization, it just gives me joy. I just feel it's like this feeling of love that you have, and you cannot contain it. It has to be expressed. That's exactly I've been feeling today. Just this amazing feeling of love for the whole world. When I look at the news, so many bad things happen, like in Ukraine and so on, and we cannot do very much physically, but the love that we have for the people, not only in Ukraine and Russia, but everywhere, this is amazing. I felt that love from Shri Mataji when I was close to her, or when I was in a meeting, like we have celebrations. And I just want to share this. I think, what about you?
Yes, so I did have the opportunity to, see Shrimataji in form, but, I never interacted with mother. But yet, at the same time, at every stage of my life, I have felt protected, I have felt loved, and I've received love from the Sahaja Yogis as well. And this is something which you see. It's not something which something someone can act or something like that. So that love is seen in the eyes of the people. And uh, also when you see someone else getting realization and their life also being transformed like yours and mine did, so it's like one candle lighting the another candle, and it goes on. So um, at different stages, let us say initially when I came to Sahaja Yoga, the initial magic or initial secret was I used to feel very good vibrations, and always feel protected and confident, and used to go out. Later on, it transformed into telling people about Sahaja Yoga, and then getting another boost in our awakening. So it was kind of selfish interest also, that when you tell somebody about Sahaja Yoga, actually your system also clears out automatically, and somehow you get all the energy that is required, and the knowledge. Obviously, the knowledge also comes in when you need it, basically.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, so all the puzzles of my life with regards to spirituality, or religion, or any sort, as in basically I have interest in various religions. So apart from Hinduism, I like to know about Christianity and Islam. So when we practice meditation, we understand the essence of it, every religion. So once I was sitting somewhere at a train station, and I heard the azan, the they do that, right? Allahu
Yeah,
Akbar
yeah.
from the mosques. And I felt my Kundalini rise, and that was proof that for me, as in all the religions, basically preaching that we have to get connected with the all pervading. So uh,
The thing
yeah,
also, the thing also is people need a lot of comfort, because there is a lot of suffering around, not only in Ukraine, but people in their lives, they have emotional issues, they have physical issues, they have family issues.
yep.
Everyone has some kind of problems, challenges, I mean. And because we have seen the light in ourselves, and I just feel that it is so important and so nice to share this light to people, and help them to find the way. Because there is one thing I heard from Shrimataji. We did a birthday celebration for her. I forgot the year. It was in the 90s sometime, maybe 96, in Delhi. And Shrimataji said to us something that I will never forget. She said, she looked at all of us. There were lots of people, thousands of people that day. And she was saying, you have no idea what your father has prepared for you. So which means that in our lifetime, something will happen and the world will change, where we will not have any oppression from anything, from any government or anything, where people will be respected for what they are. This is going to happen. That's why this celebration today is so important. because it's a it's a confirmation for us that it's still happening and it will happen, definitely.
Yeah, indeed.
So if you like, we can start with the meditation.
Yes,
And then we'll have the flute, and then you can play the video, and then after that we can have another meditation, and then we can maybe have some questions and answers. Okay.
Sure. Yep.
All right. So let's meditate for a little bit. So if there are any new people coming today, please raise your hand or let us know in the chat, because if you are new to this program, it's better that we show you the first meditation that we do. And if that's the case, we'll take you in a separate room, what we call a breakout room, and someone will show you the meditation process. But those who have been listening to us, we're going to start with a raising of our Kundalini with our hands. So we're going to play some music in the background. I just feel it helps the continuity of the silence. So meditation is the way for us to reconnect to our being, to our true self. So we're going to place both our hands towards the earth and let our attention relax. Just relax. So we are going to play some Santur music. So we just relax and let our thoughts drop, but with no effort. We don't need to put any effort. We just relax. Then we place our attention at the base of our body. And this is the first chakra in us. Play the music softer. Have the music softer. So then, on the first chakra, the first chakra is the Muladhara. Shamik? Can you please make the music softer? Thank you. So next we place our attention on our second chakra. The second chakra is our connection with nature. We don't put any effort. Just let your attention just rest on your second chakra with no effort. In us, there is a power, a motherly power that connects all our chakras together. We let our attention be aware of the motherly energy inside us. But we don't put any effort. We just relax. Now with our right hand, we're going to place it in front of the body, at the base of the body, and slowly raise our hand all the way up above the head. And here, you can feel the presence of God. And the presence of God is in the silence. The divine power is very subtle as well as very powerful. And this is based on love. So we place our attention in our heart, and inside ourselves we can say, I love the whole world. I love the whole world. I love everybody. And we bring back our hand above the head. Above our head, above the seventh chakra, We have several more chakras. These chakras take us into the divine dimension of awareness. Which is in pure silence and a pure benevolence. In a very stable way. And to achieve that awareness is not difficult because it is given to us. Now we put our attention on our fifth chakra at the base of the neck, at the back, without any effort. Just relax. Just let your attention rest at your fifth chakra. With no tension. The fifth chakra is the dimension of collectivity in us. As well as our connection with the divine power, with the divine Father. Please, Father, show us the meaning of life. Please show me the meaning of life. Now we sit our back straight and bring the chin inward so that we straighten our neck. And we let our attention move upward, like a bubble of water, of a bubble of air in water. We just let it go. And at the same time, we can say within us, I forgive everybody. Mother, I forgive everybody. Whatever has happened, I forgive. Mother, I forgive. From the bottom of my heart, I forgive everybody. So we're going to keep our attention free, and we're going to listen to the flute with Dan. Thank you so much. So we're going to play Shri Mataji now.
The age of the mother has arrived. Out of recognition for her great work, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi was known around the world as the Great Mother. Since 1970, her mastery over the primordial mothering energy known as Kundalini drew thousands of seekers to her many free meditation events. They came to experience the awakening of this energy, which is felt as a cool breeze emanating from the top of the head and across the hands. As our spiritual mother, this force brings about a profound state of inner peace as we are spiritually reborn. Through meditations, this connection to the divine takes us beyond the mind and into the state of thoughtless awareness which heals and nourishes our inner being. Shri Mataji's Sahaja Yoga meditation is now being enjoyed by millions around the world, free of charge, as Shri Mataji wanted it. We now present some of Shri Mataji's many spiritual teachings and a guided meditation for you to discover the Mother within and the Mother for all.
So what a storage you have within yourself. But because of your mundane style of thinking and asking, in the beginning when I had started Sahaja Yoga, people used to ask for, say, jobs, or for my mother is sick or a father is sick, or they would ask for money or something like that. So these wants are not pure wants. As we know in economics, they are not pure wants. They are impure wants. Because they are never satiable in general. So this Kundalini, that is your mother, she is there to supply you, nourish you, to look after you, to make you grow. By giving you a higher personality. Higher personality, wider personality, deeper personality. Now, we think if somebody is well read, then we think he is a higher personality. Sometimes a person who is rich, we think, is a higher personality. Sometimes we think a person who is very hardworking is a higher personality. Sometimes we think a person who is having some sort of a confusion about religion or something, we think he is a higher person. Our ideas about higher personality itself are wrong. People are higher because they are spiritually evolved. Otherwise, they are not, they go to dogs. Nobody respects them. So, what we should ask for is that beautiful, soft, compassionate nature, and then the Kundalini will supply. Because she only has that. Kundalini doesn't have anything else. All her power is of love. Nothing but love. So, how can she give you something she doesn't have, supposing you hate someone? What can she do? She can't do anything because she cannot give you powers to hate. So what she says, you hate someone, Allah forgive. She gives you the power to forgive. Like a sword has to fight, a shield, not a sword. So the violence, as they say, can be only fought with non-violence. In the same way, if we have to grow, the Sahaja Yogis have to grow, first of all, we have to see how softly we talk, how kindly we talk, how considerate we are. For the last so many lectures, we have been saying that you cannot pay for God's love. It makes me laugh sometimes. Human beings can never understand because they live in a very limited sphere. His love is unlimited. His forgiveness is unlimited. Even this word unlimited and infinite, we do not understand because we have not known it. And to say that something is genuine is also like certifying something that is genuine. You don't need a certificate. Even that human beings don't understand. We live with artificiality. We try to find the truth. Again we accept artificiality as truth. Again we go on fighting. Then we think this is the truth. Again that turns out to be something artificial thing or some sort of a mental projection. All these limited endeavors of human beings and experiences they have made him so conditioned that it is not easy to understand God. He made all this universe in His compassion and love. He created you as human beings also in His compassion and love. He doesn't need it. But He loves. And you can't understand a person who loves beyond any reason. Without any reward. Just love, because for love's sake. We can't think of one human being like that who can love, only for love. Only after realization, as you grow more and more, you realize that loving is the greatest joy. And then you cannot think of money in relation to it. It's something you say, but I think even to say this, we don't need money or we don't take money itself is so low level. It's so much gross. Because money and all these concepts are your goal. He didn't make this world to get any fruits out of it. Nothing. He just made it because he loved. He wanted to express his love. Just to manifest that love, he made this world. There's nothing else is expected. And to put the human mind at that level is an impossibility I find in the beginning. But gradually they start understanding how forgiving he is, how kind he is, how nice. Get out. But if you know how to raise your Kundalini, she will manage it. She knows how to do it and she will give you that status. But first and foremost thing is to meditate and to raise your Kundalini. Meditation is the only way you can grow. There's no other way out. Because when you meditate, you are in silence. You are in thoughtless awareness. Then the growth of awareness takes place. Then it opens out. But if you are thinking, supposing there's a lake and the lake is completely in a turmoil, nothing can grow. But supposing it is silent, then lotuses can grow, anything can grow in it. In the same way, if your mind is agitated and your growth is not yet fully expressing itself, then it's such a vicious circle that you are agitated and your growth is hindered. Again you are agitated, your growth is hindered. So the best way is to take to meditation. When you take to meditation, this turmoil will settle down. And when it will settle down, your growth will take place. After meditation, you will feel definitely that you have come out very well, you have grown very well. But for that, one has to be very honest. You cannot force people to be honest. That's one thing you can't do. You have to be honest to yourself. You have not to be hypocrite. You have to see for yourself that whatever you are doing is for your benevolence, is for your good, and that you have to do it because it is good for you to begin with. And then for the good of the humanity. You are doing for the good of the humanity. Now, it takes time into some people. In some people, it doesn't take time at all. It's the quality of your central path of Sushumna is important. If it is very simple, there's no problem, then the Kundalini takes no time. She's anxiously waiting. She's your mother. She's the pure desire within you, the power to become one with your spirit. Unless and until you achieve it, whatever you may try, you do anything you like, you spoil your Sushumna, but you'll have to get it, otherwise your seeking will not be over. You have to reach the place where you should say, I have found it. If you have not found the spirit, you will never be happy with any sort of thing you do. Anything you do, be kind to yourself. Be gracious to yourself and get your realization. This is a simple thing as a mother I would like to tell you. There's nothing to be done except by getting realization. But if you are an adamant person, and if you are employed by some of the gurus to come here, or you are running a lawyer's job for other gurus and all that, you cannot get realization. I am sorry you cannot get it, I cannot help it. But you have to identify with yourself and see to it that you want to have it, then only you will get it. If you do not have the desire to have it, you will not get it at any cost. You are not to be forced into it. Your freedom is completely respected. If your freedom is not respected, how are you going to enjoy the freedom of your spirit? So it is completely in your hand to be free to accept whether to get realization or not. Now,
Following this, Shri Mataji began teaching a small group of seekers how to meditate. She stood behind each individual and raised the Kundalini by placing her hands on the various energy centers along the spine. This was a natural process which awakened their residual power of pure desire. She awakened this power called Kundalini, which lay dormant in the sacrum bone at the base of the spine, coiled in 3.5 coils. When awakened, it rose up the spinal cord, connecting and enlightening the energy centers. As it pierced the fontanelle bone area at the top of the head, they were connected with the divine.
Although she was working with only a handful of people, she was searching for a universal method which would allow her to give this experience to large groups of people. She soon developed a technique for en masse self-realization. Taking into account all the different combinations and permutations of the human personality, the method was startlingly simple. The seeker would express his or her desire by holding the left hand towards Shri Mataji. Verbal affirmations helped the mothering energy to rise, and the experience could be verified by feeling the Kundalini in the hands and above the head. As more and more people expressed their desire to have this awakening, she began an en masse self-realization movement. Sahaja Yoga was born.
Yoga or union had become effortless. No more standing on your head, no need for expensive mantras. Now it was easier to get your enlightenment in the heart of London than it was in the Himalayas. Visits to the psychiatrist's couch were no longer necessary. Shri Mataji was not concerned with the quantity of people, but with the quality of the seekers. She never took any money for giving or developing self-realization, and started Sahaja Yoga with her own resources. To this day, she insists that you cannot pay for your spiritual ascent.
And the people were so money-oriented that they would not listen to me, because I said, you cannot pay for your evolution, you cannot pay for your realization. While those people who said you have to pay, they were very happy. And they wouldn't believe me. I was so disappointed with the way they were looking at spirituality. How much did we pay to Christ? How much did we pay to Mother Earth for these flowers? That money orientation was so great that one of the reasons for our plight is that we supported all kinds of wrong, false people.
So now we will again go into silent meditation. We'll just observe our state right now. We keep our both the hands open, palm upwards on the lap. We close our eyes and we watch our attention. Where is it? So if it is going somewhere, we just say, Mother, I do not want these thoughts. Any thoughts we have, we say, Mother, we forgive these thoughts. During meditation, minimum of minimum, we should achieve thoughtless awareness. So for that, we have to be very alert as to where our thoughts are taking us and pull ourselves back to the center, and we pray to our Mother Kundalini. We pray to Shri Mataji. We say, Mother, please take away all these disturbances so that we can sit quietly to meditate. We, we should not be thinking about the past or whom to forgive, whom not to. We just say, Mother, I forgive everyone. So if we are feeling pressure on our foreheads, or if we are not able to, see a reduction in the thoughts, we just open our eyes and look at Mother's photograph if we have it in front of us. And then we close our eyes again. So we actually do not need to put any efforts. So if we still feel that we need to control our thoughts, we just have to let it go. We can say, Mother, please let it go. All our lives, we keep on trying every time, and the thoughts, keep bombarding us. We have to understand that these thoughts are taking us away from our spirit, from ourselves. So we just forgive these thoughts. We say, Shri Mataji, I forgive these thoughts. If still thoughts are coming, we just take Shri Mataji's name. We can say Shri Mataji. And we observe after saying the name, just our thoughts. Shri Mataji. Mother, we want to experience the state of thoughtless awareness. Again, if you're getting thoughts, we say, Mother, I forgive these thoughts, not this thought, Mother, not this thought. During meditation, if we are sitting to receive the all-pervading power, then it works out very well. So we just humble down and we pray to this divine energy that Mother, please cleanse all our energy centers and let us be in thoughtless awareness. Mother, please let us receive this all-pervading power which runs this whole universe. Mother, let us be one with this power. Mother, please enable us to know thyself. During our meditations, we can ask or we can pray for peace within us and peace outside as well. So we pray to this divine energy that Mother, please give us peace from within. Mother, let this peace spread in the whole world. Now we thank Shri Mataji for giving humanity this gift of self-realization and understanding of Sahaja Yoga. So we pray, Mother, thank you. Mother, thank you very much for giving us our self-realization. We slowly open our eyes and we will raise our kundalinis and take bandhan. Yeah. I hope we all are feeling peaceful. And yeah, if there are any queries, otherwise over to you, Jean-Michel.
Thank you very much for this beautiful meditation. I would like to invite Dan, if you can put your camera on. And I would like to ask if any... Hi, Dan.
Hi.
I just want you to take part in our discussion. I would like to ask if anyone has any question, please let us know in the chat. Just send us a message and we will answer your question. Dana, I wanted to ask you something. What has been your experience of meditation? Not experience of meditation so much, but what has been your experience of Shri Mataji?
When Shri was alive?
Whenever. What has been your experience of Shri Mataji?
So I was very lucky. My parents were in Sahaja Yoga as a child. And I can remember one time when I was little, they stick in your mind these times when you have these really deep meditations. And I can remember one time we were in Shmachi's hotel room, and Shmachi was working on people, and she was actually working on my mum at the time. She was giving my mum vibrations, and I can remember I was just sitting there, and the meditation I had was just unbelievable. You can't put it into words. I was only a young boy. I was probably only 7 or something like that. And the peace and the tranquility I felt, it will never leave me. So that's one of those moments I hold on to. So like when I meditate now, I'm like try and get back to that point. But yeah, and you get moments like that throughout your the time you meditate. That yeah, there's all these little times that you go to really special places in the world and you just sit and meditate, and you become one with that environment, you become one with yourself, you become one with everything around you, and you just feel that love in your heart. And it's indescribable, really, that love is such a small word, but it's it's like an explosion, really. But it's like a beauty, like a flower opening. Like that's how I can describe it. Yeah.
So what we heard of Shri Mataji when she was speaking before, in your understanding, it's not just words, it's actually a reality.
It's a reality, yeah. And yeah, sometimes you don't touch it. And sometimes in your meditation, you rush off to work and you're like, oh, like I didn't get anywhere near that today. But those times when you touch that reality is the moments you hang on to and you say, yes, this is the reality, this mundane life of, getting up, and going to work and coming back and, and driving through the traffic. And you sometimes can touch those real moments, even when you're driving through the traffic, someone pulls in front of you, you don't hit the horn, you just go, I love that person, it's like you use, and that's your power,
Excellent.
Yeah.
And how do you think we can help the world, because all right, I feel a bit like you, honestly. Sometimes I just get caught in that feeling of love, and I don't know how it's going out or where it's going to, but I just feel it's feeling me so much that it must be doing something. But how do you feel that we can help this world? Because obviously something is going on.
Yeah, I'm always I always think of that talk which Shamashi gave where she was saying you need to project. Um, and sometimes I'll do that in my meditations. I'll sit down, and then once I start feeling that call on my hands, I'm like, okay, that's okay. Now it's the world that we need to concentrate on, not myself. So then I try and project that love to Sydney first of all, and then I try and project it to Australia, and then I try and project it to the world, and then try and project it to the universe. Because once you start thinking of more than yourself, that the vibrations actually flow so much stronger through you. It's amazing, actually. Once you start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and thinking about not just your vibrations, but the world's vibrations, you can actually start feeling them flow through you. So you become like a channel for that love just to flow through.
Mm.
Yeah. And that love is it's got funny connotations. Even for myself, it sounds very hippie, but it's not love in the way we think love is. It's actually, it's compassion, it's care, it's actually a reality. It's something that changes the world.
Mm.
It changes the atoms, it changes the actual, the being, this,
Yeah,
the whole universe. So yeah. And we might not think we're that powerful, but we are.
that's a very important point.
Mm.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, not only us here, but everyone in the world, at whatever level of evolution we might think we are, we all have an amazing power. If you can imagine someone like Leonardo da Vinci, he was a human being. Of course, he was a genius, but he was a human being. He did some paintings, or Rembrandt, and their paintings have influenced the world still today. And it's just one Walt Disney, same. Human beings who have dedicated their life to their art or to their beliefs, and they have some writers, some poets. They have helped so many people to change their lives. So it's very good. And Rakesh, what's your experience of Shri Mataji in terms of the same thing about this love that we feel or we get? Uh, did you experience
Yes,
moments where
indeed.
you felt it was permeating other people?
Yes, indeed. Actually, uh, you know, Shrimataji's teachings are uh, not just only for those who are doing Sahaja Yoga meditation. I feel like it's for the whole of humanity. Basically, once we start knowing ourselves, we understand that there is no other. Basically, we are all part and parcel of the same universal being, God Almighty. So there is no other to think about. So when you interact with people, otherwise also you can understand their heart, and you can understand their point of view. Sometimes some people on the face of it, they are looking quite angry, they are you know anxious, and sometimes they might try to offend you. But ultimately, if we look at from a sense of a realized being or a Sahaj yogi, what I realize that there might be some other issues going on. So we actually tend to be compassionate to those people. So, and we have the power to pray, because we are connected to the all pervading power. And in a way, that next time comes back to us. So when we meet that same guy next time, it's a totally changed environment. So I have experienced it many times, by meeting with people and observing them. So what I feel is that, once I started understanding Sahaja Yoga, I started understanding myself. I actually understood other people as well. So it is like quite mind-boggling. It was, I what I tried to do was to try to understand myself, but in turn, I was able to understand other people. So it's such an amazing thing, actually. So, and the love is like, usually, what we as human beings do is that we create those blocks, and we think that these are our boundaries. This is my family, this is my village, this is my city, this is my country. uh, you know but when we become connected with the all pervading power, we you, you know you can't actually create those boundaries. We actually understand in reality that these are just boundaries made by human beings. uh, they are not there for uh, us to separate from each other. So they should not separate each of us from everyone else. So like nowadays, this issue is going on. There is a war, and there is an invasion in Ukraine that is happening, and many people are troubled. And we actually, since morning, we actually open up and see what's going on there, what's happening. And really, my heart goes out to those people. And obviously, I think most of the world, when we are able to see those images,
But see,
we pray to Mother
yeah,
that
but it's
things
not
get
only
sorted
that.
out.
It's not only that. We were just discussing about this feeling of love and this power of love that we have and that's there. But people are not happy, just not because of the war. It's just like everyone is kind of waiting for something, waiting for a real freedom to happen. When I
Yes.
was born, I was looking at the world and I could not find myself. So I started traveling to North Africa in the mountain, and I met these amazing Muslim people, very authentic and very generous. And it changed me, because in France, in my education, I was told several things, and I realized when I was traveling that I have been lied to. so, so I just started
Yes,
to
yes.
seek and to question everything. Then I went to India, and India again was a game changer. So look, I just feel that we all have to just, as Dan was explaining before, we have to just expand ourselves and permeate the world, permeate the universe, because this is going to be changing everything. I'm sure. That's the way I feel about it. Any other questions? We just received a message from someone who was saying, the meditation gets more and more powerful for me every day. Listening to Shri Mataji today, I had blissful tears. It's a feeling I just cannot explain. I felt Shri Mataji was with me. Just amazing. This was from Rina. Thank you, Rina. Beautiful. So Dan, do you have anything that you think we should mention on Shri Mataji's birthday? Anything else?
I guess it's to be grateful and to say thank you for what we have. Thank you for we have to be really grateful for having our realization, really, for being able to experience this. Not many people in the universe, in the whole world, have experienced this enlightenment. So it's
Not yet.
not yet, yeah. But slowly, and the more people that will have that experience, then we the whole world will change slowly, maybe quickly. But yeah, it's to be thankful for the meditation. Thank you that we've got this knowledge, and that we're able to give this knowledge to other people. It's an amazing thing, amazing gift that we've been given, actually.
Yes. I think we should be prepared that in the next few years, not very long, there will be an opening and everyone will be aware. I'm pretty sure it will happen. The more I meditate, the more I feel like this. I'm sure it will happen. We have to prepare ourselves. The same way the meditations are getting deeper, bigger, more easy to achieve, I feel. At some point, when the humility level is better in the whole world as a general state, I think everyone should have a chance to know about what's happening. I'm sure it will.
Definitely.
So Rakesh, anything else? Did you want to? Oh, I think there is someone else writing. Someone is saying, when you said forgive everyone, I thought at forgiving Putin. So what's your thoughts about this forgiveness?
Yes. So, forgiving someone means actually surrendering them to the divine. So all the actions, that they have done will be judged by the Almighty. So forgiveness in this case is that one. So, when we forgive someone, actually, from our perspective, we are just, to be very practical, we are, shedding our load, that is actually harming our ascent. So that's what I think in this case it is, as in. So when we forgive someone, we actually, are surrendering their actions, them at, to the divine, and then the actions accordingly will be taken place. So yeah.
It's the same way as what Mataji was explaining in this video when she was saying, when you are attacked, when you experience violence, non-violence is the solution. So I think it's the same thing, is that, as you said, the concept of forgiveness is to like flood everyone with love so much that there is no question of I forgive, I don't forgive. It's like love is the power. Love is important. Everything else, well, do what you want, but it's not reality. Reality is really this loving power. And once this has become true in everybody's lives, the whole world is going to be unbelievable. If we think about it, it will be. She mentioned it. Several times she told us, you will not believe the world, how it will be. And it's even in the scriptures, it's described. Some astrologers in India know very well what will happen. So we just need to be patient.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
There is another message. We should forgive everyone, not just one person, and ourselves too, and we should send them love. Love wins. Yes, agree. Beautiful. So Rakesh, anything else in your program? Did you prepare anything?
Yeah, that's it. So today we wanted to focus more on what we have got from Shri Mataji, and she has, without any expectation from us, given all the knowledge and all the love to all of us, to actually have a world in a good shape. So like you also said, yeah, we have to have love.
And also
Engulf everyone.
and she is there all the time. That's one thing that I've experienced myself several times. Is not only she has given us this, but she's available and she's here to anyone who asks. That is definitely the reality. If in our heart we just need something and communicate to Shri Mataji, she will know.
Yes, definitely. Yep. Yeah, I just, I agree completely to you, because in this times of uncertainty, we have got an anchor to hold on to when we do meditation. So that's the greatest blessing that we have.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you, Dan. Beautiful.
Thank you, Dan.
Beautiful music also.
Yeah.
Very nice. So see you, everyone. So I think we will have some live, not live, but some a music concert coming now, as usual. Shri Mataji.
can you bring up all the Shure mics, please? Soundman, can you bring up the Shure microphones, please? syllable called tun, which is supposed to have come out of the sound of the conch shell, the shankha in the temple.